Some people do not destroy your peace loudly. They do it quietly, over time. You leave conversations with them feeling emotionally tired, anxious, or strangely small, without fully understanding why. In the beginning, they often seem supportive, kind, even trustworthy. But slowly, they drain your confidence, your energy, and the way you see yourself. And the most dangerous part is this: toxic people rarely look toxic at first. Sometimes, the people causing the deepest emotional damage are the same people smiling right in front of you. The idea of toxic people is not just about difficult relationships or negative personalities. It is about emotional influence, the kind that slowly changes the way you think, feel, and even see yourself. Psychologist Dr. Lillian Glass described toxic people as individuals who create emotional harm through manipulation, control, criticism, or constant emotional pressure. And even after they leave your life, the emotional damage often stays behind. Because removing toxic people is one thing, but healing from what they did to your mind is something completely different. Toxic people are rarely obvious in the beginning. Most of them do not appear aggressive, dangerous, or emotionally unstable. In fact, many seem friendly, supportive, and deeply interested in your life. But underneath that kindness, there is often control, jealousy, manipulation, or emotional imbalance hiding quietly in the background. They interrupt your peace in small ways: subtle criticism, passive aggression, guilt, fake concern, emotional pressure. And over time, you slowly begin adjusting your behavior just to avoid conflict with them. That is how toxic relationships quietly gain power over people. One of the most dangerous things about toxic people is how deeply they affect the mind. At first, their words only hurt in the moment. But after enough criticism, guilt, or emotional pressure, their voice slowly becomes your inner voice. You begin questioning yourself more often. You overthink simple decisions. You seek approval before trusting your own instincts. It is almost like a hacker quietly installing a virus into a system. The damage happens slowly, silently, and emotionally. And before you realize it, your confidence no longer feels natural. It feels conditional. You stop feeling emotionally safe being yourself around other people. The hardest part about toxic relationships is that the relationship can end, but the emotional damage often stays behind. Long after the person is gone, many people still carry anxiety, self-doubt, emotional exhaustion, and constant overthinking. You begin apologizing too much, staying quiet to avoid conflict, or blaming yourself for things that were never your fault. And slowly, you stop recognizing the person you used to be. Toxic relationships do not only hurt emotions, they quietly reshape identity. That is why healing is not just about moving on from someone. It is about rebuilding the parts of yourself that slowly disappeared around them. Strong people do not heal by fighting back or proving anything to others. They heal by quietly rebuilding their inner world. They start by creating emotional boundaries, learning when to step back, and understanding that not every situation deserves their energy. Slowly, they return to themselves through simple habits like spending time alone, reflecting on their thoughts, and rebuilding confidence without external validation. Healing is not about becoming cold or distant. It is about becoming aware, stable, and emotionally independent again, without needing permission to feel at peace. Forgiveness is often misunderstood. It does not mean what someone did was acceptable, and it does not mean you invite them back into your life. Real forgiveness is something internal. It is the moment you stop letting anger control your thoughts and emotions. Because holding on to hatred keeps you emotionally connected to the very thing that hurt you. And that connection continues to drain your peace silently. Letting go is not about them. It is about freeing yourself from carrying emotional weight that no longer belongs to you. It is choosing peace over constant inner conflict. The final stage of healing is becoming someone the pain could not destroy. It is not about proving anything to the people who hurt you. It is about rebuilding your identity with self-respect and quiet confidence. You stop living as a reaction to your past and start living with purpose again. Slowly, your thoughts become clearer, your boundaries stronger, and your inner voice kinder. What once broke you no longer defines you, because real strength is not loud. It is calm, steady, and built from everything you survived without losing yourself completely. Some people spend years trying to understand why they feel emotionally exhausted, anxious, or disconnected from themselves, without realizing how deeply toxic relationships shape the way they think and feel. But awareness changes everything. The moment you recognize unhealthy emotional patterns, you begin taking your peace back. And healing does not happen all at once. It happens slowly, through better boundaries, healthier relationships, honest self-reflection, and learning to trust yourself again. The pain may have changed you, but it does not have to define who you become next. Real healing is not becoming colder. It is becoming wiser, calmer, and emotionally stronger without losing your ability to care. And sometimes the greatest act of strength is simply refusing to carry pain forward into the next chapter of your life. If this video helped you understand yourself a little more deeply, subscribe to continue the journey.